Hey, today we're going to make some arroz con pollo. I know, I probably didn't say it right. Leave a comment. You can let me know how to say it. Chicken and rice, right? That's Spanish for chicken and rice. And we're going to break out this plow disc or discada, whatever you want to call it, to cook it up today. Now, you could just as easily make this dish in a big cast iron skillet on your stove and in your oven, but as you know, I cook everything outside. Alright, so this video is a little bit more complicated than what we usually do. For the seasonings, and I'm going to put the specific amounts down below, but we got a teaspoon of cumin, a teaspoon of dried oregano, a teaspoon of paprika, a teaspoon of kosher salt, alright? And then from there, we got a half a teaspoon of black pepper. I got a half a teaspoon of turmeric. We got 1 pinch of saffron. Alright, we got a teaspoon of dried oregano, and I think that will get us going. Oh, one thing I forgot. We got a half a teaspoon of fresh thyme. And to season this chicken up, I'm going to use this J.M. Thomason chili lime. And then, by the way, we'll also be using a couple of bay leaves. Now this J.M. Thomason chili rub comes in this bag, right? I've already taken it out. And it's got a lime, red peppers, paprika. If you don't want to go get this, then what you can do is when we mix, I'll show you we're going to mix this seasoning up that I just went through on the ingredient list. But what you can do is just mix the paprika, salt, and pepper together, and just sprinkle a little bit on top of here, and then keep the rest of it, you know, for the remainder of the dish. Okay, that's all we're going to do. Now, I should mention that right before I sprinkled this on, I did spray a little duck fat on it just to use it as a binder, and it'll also help that skin crisp up. To start this cook-off, I've got 5 pieces of thick-cut bacon, already chopped up, as you can see. In 4 or 5 minutes, you can see our bacon's done here. Close enough to being done. We're just going to pull it off to the side. That's the beauty of using these plow discs. Okay. Now you can see we got some nice oil left there. Now I'm going to take that chicken, seasoning side down. Okay. That's why I like to use bacon. If you don't want to use bacon, then you can just put some olive oil in there. But bacon grease is awesome. And then I'm just going to come in on the top side, just a little. You don't need much. Like I said, you can just use the salt, paprika, and pepper from the ingredient list. If you don't have this J.M. Thompson rub. Okay, I'm going to get my other 2 in here. I didn't know if they would all fit, but I think we can make it work. Just a light seasoning on them. It's been about 5.5 minutes. You can see we got a little brown there. I'm going to let it go just a little bit longer. Oops, before we, well, it's easy for me to do, huh? Anyway, let me get it flipped back over. I want that skin, this to be just a little bit darker. You can look at one other piece here. Oh, now that one's good, all right? So let's go ahead and turn this one. I'll let that one cook some more on that side. That one's about right. That's the one I already checked. Yeah, so we're going to let these 3 go a little bit longer. And all we're doing right now is just browning the outside. You can see our chicken's got a little color on it. It's probably been, I don't know, 8 minutes total, 5, 6 on the top. All right. Let me just get it up out of the way here. Again, we're not trying to get it cooked all the way through, just some nice color on it. Now, you can see we got a lot of goodness here, right? Bacon fat, chicken fat. But that's a little bit too much grease for this next step. So what I'm going to do is take some paper towel. And we're going to absorb some of it, okay? You want, I don't know, I kind of do it by eye, but you want 4 or 5, yeah, you see that's it. I'd say that's 3-4 tablespoons maybe. Now we've got an onion. Okay, let's get that onion in there. Now this happens to be a local Florida sweet onion. My daughter and I went to the market yesterday, we call it a farmer's market, picked these up. We've already got onions and tomatoes here in Florida. Okay, we've got a piece of bacon there I'm going to get out. We're just going to cook this, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 minutes till these onions get translucent. It's been 2, maybe 3 minutes, I don't know. Now we're going to add in 1 local fresh green pepper. While that goodness is cooking, I got a tablespoon of minced ginger. I'm sorry, minced garlic. I don't know where ginger came from. I got a cup of tomato. These are diced tomatoes. Looks pretty good to me. We got a half a cup of chopped red pepper. Now that's the kind out of the jar, you know, that's charred and jarred, but you could use fresh. I got 1 cup. Now these happen to be kidney chili beans. Black beans I'd rather had, but I didn't have any in my pantry. Okay. I'm going to get that bacon down in there. Got things looking pretty good here. Now I'm going to put all those seasonings in. And like I said, if you don't have that chili lime seasoning, you could just take your salt, your paprika, and your pepper. You could mix those together and sprinkle it on both sides. And then whatever you have left, you could put in here. Okay? Now let's get these seasonings blended in. And I see the sun is moved. I cannot move this to get better lighting. I hope it's not too bad. We started out in a good location. Now the sun's up. I got 2 cups of arborio rice. And if that's not how you say it, someone leave a comment and tell me how to say it. Okay, you can see today's recipe's got a lot of ingredients, but trust me, it's going to be worth it. Now, we've soaked up most of the liquid. It's been maybe 4 minutes. 5 minutes. Okay. That'll give that rice a little bit of time to soak up those good flavors. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to come in here with 6 cups of chicken stock. Okay. And again, I apologize for this sun overhead. Okay. That was 4. There's 2 more. Okay. Now, I'm going to put that chicken that we have right down in this. Okay, just like so. All right. There, I'm trying to block out the sun. I do so much apologize. There's those 2 bay leaves. I'm going to put the lid on this, bring that up to a boil. It's been about 5 minutes. You see how we've come up to a boil, right? Now I'm just going to simmer this. I'm going to put a timer on. We're going to check it 20 or 25 minutes. I'll probably put the timer on 20 and then we'll check it. And what I'm going to do is just leave this lid. I hope you can see that in the video. It's off the edge a little bit. so we can let some of that liquid evaporate off. It's been 20 minutes. Okay. Look at that. See how a lot of that chicken stock has evaporated out, sucked into that arborio rice. Oh, I think we're looking good. Okay. What I'm going to do now is just put this lid on it all the way, not over the edge. 5 minutes, we'll hit the heat off. Looking good. Let it cool down so we can eat it. And while this is starting to cool off a little bit so we can do our taste test, I'm going to put a little green parsley in here, right? You could also use cilantro. This is just optional, right? Make it look nice. Give it some nice green color. I don't know how much I cut up. I just cut up a little bit. Again, just cut it up if just for visual purposes, right? What do you think? I think that's probably about enough. We got our chicken resting here. You can see I put it on a plate. It's cooled down a little bit so I don't burn my mouth. Let's give it a try. First thing I'm going to do, get a little bit of this rice mixture. Oh, there's flavor everywhere in that. Oh, I'm telling you, it's good. Oh, and I'm getting a little bit of that cayenne. Now, let me show you something here on the chicken. You know, we simmered it and it had all that steam, so this skin is not going to be crispy. If you want it to be crispy, then you could take the chicken out and you could fry it, you know, real quick again on the top. I don't want all that extra work, okay? I'm ready to eat this now. And, you know, I hope it goes without saying, you want this chicken to be 165 degrees, safe temperature. Okay, look at that. I hope you can see that in the picture. It's nice and juicy. Okay, there's our chicken. Got a little bit of that chicken skin. Got a little bit more of that delicious rice. Let's give this a try. Big boy bite. Now that right there is a dish I'll be making again soon. I mean, juicy. There's just flavor going everywhere. And by the way, I know some of you don't like it spicy. You can cut back the cayenne half of what I used. It's not like spicy like a hot sauce. I'm just saying you get a little spice in it. Absolutely incredible. All kinds of flavors going on. Thanks so much for watching. If you're not a subscriber, I hope you hit that subscribe button.